Is there something we're supposed to be doing here at the beginning of every quarter? Is there anyone? The answer I'm looking for is yes, we should just be watching. Right? I did find it interesting. I did this with the kids in the day trader room this morning, where this is from April 1st to July 1st, right? And technically, that is the second quarter. Maybe we'll back it up one day, so we're June 30th. Isn't it interesting? Remember in previous quarters, there we go, the end of March, right? So there, I was just there, darn. Yeah, that's pretty close. So interesting, this is last quarter, right? So this is Q1 2022. What does this image, what's the one thing that this image should tell you about the economy? What's the one message you should take away? And if you don't know this, then, and if you're relatively new to the site, don't sweat it. But anybody who's finished our education program should be able to answer my question very quickly and very easily. What's the one message you should take away from this market state? This is the entire quarter's price action. I mean, let's maybe zoom down to the actual economic cycle. Where are we on the economic cycle? The message you should have gotten from for Q1 is that, holy Jesus, this is a strong market, right? Can you see this? And everybody goes, well, no, that's because of Russia and Ukraine. No, it isn't. No, don't get sucked into that bull. If anything, Russia, Ukraine, that's a mask. We talked about this at length. The buy your unleaded the middle of February, sell it the middle of May. You made money 9 out of the past 10 years. That is speaking to that part of the market. This is actually exactly what was supposed to happen. And also, too, the Fed, last year had rates at like nothing. And we had all that stimmy money work its way through the economy. Wow, what a big surprise. The economy's booming now. Wow, what a shock. Do you guys get that? Does that make sense? I hope it does. It's pretty simple message. Does the market stay in these states indefinitely? No. We're constantly moving through the economic cycle. Has the Fed said that they are comfortable with the way things are? No, they have said we need to crank interest rates up dramatically because we have a massive problem with price inflation. Energy market's going crazy. Food and energy is the leading component in inflation studies. Well, we don't use energy and food because they're so volatile. Well, I mean, I would say that this trickles down into almost everything in our society. So anyway, the point of the matter here is it would make sense as we move through time that maybe the energy market doesn't continually dominate. And that if we do, and if the Fed continues to raise interest rates, then things like the economy itself is actually going to start rolling over. Why is the Fed raising interest rates? Blue is the economic cycle. We are in a very strong part of the cycle. But the Fed will raise rates. And remember, the market is a forward discounting mechanism. So they're going to start moving their money out of here. There's the market. And you can see they're going to start buying stuff that actually does better when interest rates are rising, but the consumer isn't feeling so good. So is the data validating that? That's the whole point of this exercise, by the way. So let's go to the next quarter, right? And I just did this for you. This is April 1st. Actually, I'm going to move it down, I suppose. We don't need to include July in there. April 1st to June 30th. Now, isn't this is a very different image, isn't it? Is energy the leading sector of the economy now? No. What's now actually leading? Consumer staples. Well, that's interesting. Followed by, you can see, it's a real horse race here. Healthcare, utilities, And there's energy actually now unwinding. And how ironic. I don't know whether any of you have been watching energy prices today. And you've probably heard me talking about this recently. Is it normal that markets move 10% in one day? Holy shit, Muslim. I mean, no offense, but what was the holy BTC? What did I tell you is sort of the normal percentage that if a market moves this amount of percent, the market starts paying attention in earnest? Oh, excellent, Megan. It's 2 to 3%, somewhere in there. Anything greater than 2 or 3%, and the market starts going, whoa, pay attention to that. We're down right now, down 8.5%. This is crazy. So, welcome to the 21st century. Volatility is the number one message of our lives. So, what do you think? Is energy going to continue to outperform here? I don't think so. Anyway, I don't know whether you heard or not, but this was David Eisner, who I think is actually a very intelligent young man and who will do very well in this world. He took one of the education concepts. Turns out he really liked this sector rotation modeling that we teach in the level 3 program. And he said, well, Brian, I found first 2 weeks study. I think you can actually do okay if you study just the first week. As probably a good illustration, we know, of course, what the entire quarter ended up looking like. So we could, just as a little backtracking, we could come in here, go there, and go April 1st. And the first week of that April, we said April first week is to the 8th. So let's go to April 8th. All right. Now this is interesting. So there's the first week of the quarter. Fund managers putting all their billions of dollars to work. Did they have the market tapped correctly? There is the entire quarter. Looks like they're pretty good, eh? Remember, the only reason why you're here at TRI is to learn all these little hacks. Right? Isn't that the term you computer people? Chris, you're a computer guy. Isn't that what you use? We call them hacks? I think in trader world, they call them edge. And that's the whole reason why I teach you this kind of stuff is, can you get some sort of edge over the competition so that when you're sitting at the fucking family Thanksgiving table, you actually can carry on a realistic conversation about the market while you listen to all these idiots just spouting out whatever the media wants them thinking. Could this first 2 week study have helped you understand what to expect for the quarter? I think this is an incredible secret weapon. This is an incredible edge.